Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Double Thought Show. KR, um, we have some very interesting topics to discuss today. I want to talk to you
Yeah.
about CJ Stroud, whether you think
Woo!
he's going to be the rookie of the year or not. I want to talk to you about, or I want to get your thoughts about Big Baby Davis, ex Celtics super not star. Also, Will Bynum getting called out as scammers, and also what you think the trajectory of the Buffalo Bills and the Browns will be now that the especially the Browns now that the Deshaun Watson is down, and other topics as well if we have some time. But KR, before we proceed with the show, of course, thanks. We want to give a thanks to the viewers that's checking us out. If you haven't done so already, remember to subscribe, share the video with your friends, family, and of course, distract your enemies with our videos. We want to get your thoughts as well on the topics we discussed. So, if you have anything to say, if you agree with us or don't agree with us, or maybe you have information that we didn't discuss in this show, feel free to comment as well. And of course, just give the show a like. It helps with the algorithm, help push us our videos out. And don't forget, of course, to check us out on our other channel as well at the Double Thought Show. Uh, this is the expected game plan channel. Here we discuss sports. On Double Thought Show, we discuss more trending topics, pop culture, etc. So check us out there as well. With that being said, KR, I think we can start the show.
Okay.
KR, well,
We can't hear whichever you pressed, but okay, no problem.
you didn't. Oh, that was now you did, right?
We both pressed
Oh,
it.
we pressed the simultaneously. Yeah, that's because we were and playing around with some, looking at some videos we can't share on YouTube, ratchet videos that we don't want to share on YouTube because we don't.
Uh, yeah.
Guys, we like subscribers, but we don't like all kind of energy here, all kind of subscribers. So we try to keep it civil here. Uh, with that
A
being
little
said,
decorum.
some music, man, some music are best left unpublished. Yeah, man, KR, CJ
Yeah.
Stroud,
CJ, man.
he's well, he was a backup quarterback. He's really stepping up.
Well, CJ Stroud was drafted, right? He
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
So
yeah,
they,
but but drafted. But did he start playing?
I think he started from the beginning of the season, but
Oh, he's a week one.
he's a week one. I think. I don't think they don't have anyone else at Texans. They shipped off all the. I think
The
they started
QBs.
the QBs. Yeah, you have the long neck, the long neck quarterback. I can't recall his name. Think they have him as a backup there.
Yeah,
But other than that, I think he was a week one man. But he's playing.
good football.
He's and this is the thing, right? And as we always talk, I think we talk also behind the scenes about quarterbacks.
Hmm.
The importance of having a quarterback that can elevate your team, right? You want a quarterback that can elevate all the players around him,
Yeah,
not the other way around, because the quarterback is going to be after the fourth or fifth year, he's going to be the highest paid player on the team. You cannot be paying Daniel Jones 40 million and he has to have 200 million worth of people supporting him.
yeah,
That's not how it works.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you already can see that CJ is elevating the team with, maybe I shouldn't say this, but we have to say the truth, with bums. Or
Well,
as average guys.
yeah. Well, um, they are currently at the second spot in the AFC,
Yep.
right
Jag
below the Jaguars. Jaguars also playing. I mean, the Jaguars started slow, and everyone, the sports media world were basically saying that Trevor Lawrence is a bum or he's a failure, and after 2 games, I think, and
Yeah.
after that they turn it around, and now he's a good quarterback. And now they're comparing him to, let's say, when they want to compare good versus bad quarterbacks,
Oh,
they mention him as one of the good quarterbacks, at least promising young quarterbacks for the future.
yeah.
So it's and of course, who's the example of the who do they use as an example for bad quarterbacks that might not be here in a couple of years? Mac Jones.
Mac
Any
Jones,
Yeah.
right?
And
But okay, continue.
in any case, what I did, you and I had to talk about about Mac Jones,
Mac.
and you are a bit a Bills fan. You are a Patriots fan,
Yeah, I'm a Patriots fan. Patriots fan first. Yeah.
and you had a lot of expectations for your team, especially for your QB. Because I
Look,
remember at the beginning of the
I look like a Cowboys fan out here at the beginning of the season, dude. I thought they were gonna turn it around.
yeah,
I
because
thought.
but that was mostly because the you expected from our talks. It seems as though you expected Mac Jones to step up,
Yes. Yes.
and you expected him. As a young player, you start developing. You see certain potential, and you expect, that with time and experience, his skills will ultimately improve, and that he'll be able to deliver. But
Yeah.
it seems as though um he's more
He's on the
he's
decline.
yeah, yeah, he's less confident. And Stroud is like the opposite. He's playing like a veteran quarterback with
Yes, but
poise and swag.
yeah, but it's the problem you have, and if you can remember, another Browns quarterback had that also in his rookie year, right? Baker Mayfield started very, yeah, you have it up there.
Yeah,
You have it
Baker.
up there.
Yeah,
Starts the first season. I like how Stroud is playing right now,
yeah,
but the teams don't have enough video on him yet.
yeah,
It's about what he can do. How can he go through the second season with the same confidence and the same um ease as the first year? Because in teams know who you are by then.
yeah.
They have
Well, I
studied
think
you, and I think that's the problem well, with um, with Mac. Mac started off also very good first season, but he was dinking the ball 5 yards, 5 yards here, 5 yards there. He
yeah,
wasn't really throwing deep or getting us explosive plays. And now you see that teams also know what his tendencies are, and it went south from the second season.
yeah,
People were blaming the coach
the-
for
yeah,
Matt Patricia. He
yeah.
might be partially, maybe he was partially responsible for
Responsible.
the
Yeah,
decline. But one thing you gotta see is now we have another OC, and the team is playing worse than last year.
yeah. But we talked
Hey,
about it as well. That the team doesn't have like superstar receivers. And so that also plays a role, because if you don't have receivers that can create a distance, and you have a quarterback like that, it's a recipe for interception,
yes,
because they
good
can't create
arm.
distance, and the noodle arm, the noodle, the noodle arm makes it that the ball takes longer to get to the target. And so any receiver can, I mean, the receiver needs to create I mean, not even Tyreek Hill might be able to create enough space for the way Mac is throwing the ball right now.
Well, I think he can, because also with Tua, Tua doesn't have like a super strong arm. Like for example, Allen at Bills. Bills, the Chargers quarterback also very strong arms. Tua
Yeah.
doesn't have a strong arm, but
Yeah.
Tua has. So what
Accuracy.
accuracy and great support. It
But that,
helped.
yeah, but okay, and okay, so if you look at, I think the I think the Dolphins, if I'm not mistaken, has the fastest group of
Of
receivers.
yeah, skilled players.
So skill players.
Yeah.
So they maybe they well maybe probably the coach saw who their quarterback is and they
Yeah.
changed it. The
Yes.
problem, well, the challenge with Patriots is that Patriots doesn't have that way.
Yes.
Patriots doesn't. Bill has his way, and you need to fit in his system. He's not gonna adapt to your system.
One thing I want to say, and this is what you're saying is what every normie Pats fan says.
Okay.
Dolphins as the backup because basically Alabama has great wide receivers, great running backs. And as a quarterback, you don't have to be special.
Yeah.
Tua was at Alabama and Mac was also. They were doing great. What they did at Miami Dolphins is they gave him basically what he had at Alabama. The problem is that his contract is coming up. You know what happened when Russell Wilson's contract came up? They had to let people from the defense go. You cannot pay everyone, and they're gonna struggle. So what you're doing is you're buying they're buying a lottery ticket, hoping to reach Super Bowl before his contract comes up, and then after that they can, if they win, they can ship off maybe one or two wide receivers
Yeah.
with Pats, and that's the philosophy of Bill, right? Bill will build the team first and give you the receivers after. If he knows you can do the thing he wants you to do. If you can elevate the team, you will get. He did the same with Brady. Brady had average receivers, then he got Moss. He got a Moss, but when he got a Moss and also a couple of guys later, the team is in cap hell, and that's gonna happen to Miami Dolphins. It's gonna happen either
Yeah.
one of these years. They're gonna be in cap hell,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
not
But
gonna
it's
recover.
but to your point, it's a risk they took.
Look at Rams.
Uh, it's yeah, the Rams. Yeah. Yeah.
They're no. They're in nobody land right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
good. They're not bad. They're gonna keep continue struggling because they have so much cap hits.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think the question, this is the most. I think this is an even more important question. When did Bill knew? When did he know that Mac wasn't the guy? Did he know from the start? After three training
Mm-hmm.
during the training camp, first year, did he know that, or did he know that the second year? Because the continuous, he didn't give him the. Bill will get you the wide receivers. They had the money, but he's not giving him the wide receivers. The only reason you're not giving him is because you don't believe in him.
Yeah.
Because in 2 years you gotta draft a new quarterback. And the thing with wide receivers is, if they don't get the ball, you have a problem. And then
Yeah.
we can transition to a wide receiver that has the problem right now. Diggs at Bill.
Digs. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The brother's already telling you gotta leave Bills because
Yeah.
you're not getting the ball.
Remember? You remember? Do you remember when the father of OJ Beckham Jr. also said it publicly?
Yeah, because he wasn't getting the ball.
He wasn't getting the ball. No. And look at him now. He's running
He's
wide open, getting the. I mean,
yeah, it's great.
wide open. And so And so yeah, but in the case of Stroud, because I think that Stroud is it's easy to play well if you have nothing to lose. You only mentioned the part
Yeah,
of the you only mentioned one part, which is the part of the when people have videos on him. I see another challenge.
tell me.
The challenge is it's easy to win when you don't have anything to lose.
Yeah, I agree on
Come next season,
expectations.
there will be expectations, and the question then will become whether he can be like Patrick Mahomes and meet the expectations and even exceed the expectations, or whether he won't, and maybe he will be like Baker with the Browns, and where that was like the opposite. It was still better than it was still better than what they were prior to him winning. So I do have to give Baker that because they had like they won 2 games in 2 seasons or one. It's something like that. So
It was horrible.
it was horrible. So it's better, and you can argue that Baker helped push
He
the
did.
team, but
He plateaued
he
quite
he,
quickly.
he plateaued, and with the team that they had, with the receivers that they had, with Chubb and Hunt as their running back, with Miles Garrett. I mean, they. I think that with so I think that he positioned the Browns, put the Browns in a place where they could just go and get a Deshaun Watson. Now that's not working out the way they wanted to,
Yo, yo, yo. They gave
because
him a
Deshaun
fully guaranteed contract, and now
two
he's
hundred
injured. The cap hit is 60 million,
60.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
because he signed a fully guaranteed. So you
fully
cannot.
guaranteed.
So he's gonna get the fully guaranteed, and he's not playing. What the hell?
But they did it because it's the Browns, right? And so, yeah, they did it because it's the Browns.
Dysfunctionality. So that's the thing, right? I think you're right on that. This functionality will continue to show at teams without good management.
But you can argue that there comes a point in time where you need to pay someone, where you need to take that risk. And I
Yeah.
think that the Browns believe that they had a good enough team to take the risk. Now, when they took the risk, they took it on a guy that when he got there couldn't play because of the ongoing matters as relating to
Outside of the field. Well, to
the
massages.
masseuses, the masseuses, the
And
masseuses,
that's Tisha Davis.
and yo.
Hey yo, maybe that's why Deshaun is out now. He's seeing Cam getting massages from Joe Smith's wife. He think I might be able to get one right now.
I
Right?
should I should be getting one right now. No, man, but that's crazy. And another thing that's crazy, KR, is that as it relates to the yeah, oh, no, so this was my thought. You at some point you can argue that you need to gamble and make the move to get like a good team.
Yeah.
And then you do there's a point where you the tipping point where you think, I mean, it can go either way, and you say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna buy in, get me a Deshaun Watson, because I already know that Baker is in the future. But if Deshaun Watson can do what he was doing with the Texans, playing the way he was playing, with a team that wasn't as
With
good
the
as,
Texans, with the same
yeah,
tax
that's it.
basically CJ has now. So they
Yeah,
might be trading for CJ next.
yeah. Yeah. So maybe they thought, if we can get that Deshaun Watson with our team, we can accomplish a lot. And yeah, it's not going well. And the problem with moves like that is that when it doesn't go well, it can go horribly wrong.
Yeah, I think they put too many eggs in one basket though, because the way they went off of that, The guy hadn't played like in 1 year or 2 years. He hadn't
One
played
and a
for
half. Yeah,
1.5. When they traded for him,
yeah,
they went all out.
yeah.
I think it was like six.
6 games steady. Yeah,
Well, no, no. The amount of picks they gave up for Deshaun. What was it?
Wh-
It was like,
which is their future, basically.
yeah, they gave up their future to. Let me see how much. How much they give a they traded 3 first round picks as well as a 2022 fourth round and a 2023 third round and a 2024 fourth round. So 3 first rounds. So the next 3 years, they might still be in the same position without. They gotta what whoever they're picking next couple of years have to be all aces
Yeah,
to get the team to continue to float.
yeah,
Hey, Texans are laughing their asses off right now.
yeah. They
We got
are.
three years of first round picks. Next year it will go to Texans again. They it's tough, man. I think they if you put the thing with Deshaun is, to be honest, I don't think anyone expected him to play this bad. Because if you look at him, it's horrible,
Yeah.
and it's sometimes really up to him. It's not like they don't have the running back, they don't have the wide receivers. It's really
Well,
more
they lost Chop.
multiple choices.
Yeah, they lost
Yeah,
Chop too.
they got Kareem Hunt back, but the guy
Yeah, but
threw a picks. You know how crazy that is? You throw a pick six in the first play of the game.
I saw.
Yo, that is crazy. The very first play, seconds in, you turn around and throw picks. Yo, that is wild.
Yeah.
How can you recover from that? Not
Well,
even Matt Jones was
you
talking
can
about, right?
recover. You can recover from that, but it's very demoralizing, though.
And that's the problem with the Pats now, because even players are now giving up on Mac. And if you look, that's the funny thing. You talked about Odell Beckham being open. Now he got a good contract, so that's why he's not talking yet. But at a point, he will start talking.
Yeah. You think so?
Deshaun Jackson
Mm-hmm.
has as many touchdowns as Mac Jones.
Are you serious? Wow.
Just to give you an idea of what kind of level of quarterback Ravens have.
But it's a running team.
Yes.
There is a difference though. Because the
Yeah.
Ravens are they've always been a running team and now they have like an elite receiver that they can throw to, but they're a run first team.
Yes. But you have to be able to throw touchdowns to win games.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem right now. Well, I think they were kind of lucky in a sense where Bengals last Thursday night, TNF, Thursday night football. Bengals, Bengals are totally done. Joe Burrow is out for the season, so it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. I mean, at the end, Ravens won that game, but I don't see the quarterback play you need to win playoff games,
Yeah.
and that's the problem.
But that's always been the case with that's always been the case with um
Jackson,
Jackson. That's
not
always been the
Mahomes.
case
No.
because you know because you know you can expect if you can expect one thing is that when that they will reach you can expect that they'll reach the playoffs and you can expect that they won't get far. It's
Yeah.
the like a running theme. It's
Yeah.
always like a hype. They're always very excited at the beginning, but at the end, it's always
It's always downwards because that's the thing, right? He's not a real traditional quarterback. He's more like a running back that can throw balls.
yeah,
And that's the problem when you in playoffs teams can adjust the game plan in a way that they will shut you down. And then you
yeah.
have to win. They'll just dare you.
But
Win
throw the ball. If you win,
if
if
you
you beat us by throwing the ball, you beat us. But we're
yeah.
not gonna let you run. Run.
Gonna
The
run.
problem is the problem is that they run so good that even if you don't want them to run, they can still outrun you.
They outrun the weaker teams. When
Yeah.
they run they don't win from strong teams, dude.
Mm.
That's the big. I like Deshaun as a quarterback, as an athletic quarterback. But if I would have to bet in a game where both Burrows and Deshaun are playing and are fully healthy, who you're putting your money on?
On the Bengals.
Every day
On
of the
Bears.
week
Yeah,
because
on
you
Bears.
can
Yeah.
make the team win.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. I mean, hey man, I wish that he got also a bit injured on the game on Thursday. So, wish Jackson, wish him all the luck. But I don't think it's gonna be. He might win the MVP. He's a great. I mean, he will get the accolades of being an MVP quarterback.
Yeah.
But I don't see him winning any Super Bowls this year. Maybe next. Maybe next. And also with the Bills, right? The Bills right now they are. The funny thing with Bills is they build a team that seems like they were heading for a Super Bowl run until two guys of their defense got injured. And then the team just collapsed. It was just at the end, I think it seems like the way Allen plays, I'm not sure, but I think Allen is like a duct tape to that team. It doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense that two people get injured and the team just collapses how they're collapsing right now.
Well,
They
it does, but it says something about the other people.
It does, and also, I mean, they fired the OC, right? They
Yeah.
fired the OC, and everyone is looking at the team, right? Well, internally, it seems like people understand why they fired the OC because the way the plays they're putting together are don't sometimes they don't make sense. But the problem isn't the offense; the problem is the defense. They don't have anyone. Well, they have. You know who that is, right? Number
No.
3. There's only one number 10 on the Bills.
There's only one number on every team.
Damar Hamlin. He's number 3. Maybe he can save the day.
Now I understand. Just I've seen some crazy memes, and I think we can move to the next story after this one. Because the Bills lost due to like a stupid mistake, right? The illegal formation, 12 men. Was it illegal? So 12 men,
Yeah.
and the 12th man, the 12th man was him. I saw some crazy memes.
The one about people wishing.
Hey, yeah,
Yo,
it's I just,
come, come,
let's just leave it here, man. Let's just leave it at I saw some crazy memes about him.
it's crazy. But hey, sometimes you get unlucky, right? The thing is, and it, you and then we can continue with scamming NBA players. You see that with every team where everything, it's like when something goes wrong and the things that go wrong keep stacking, it seems to only continue to grow. You see that with the Pats. It started with the offense. The defense is now playing bad. And now even Bill Belichick's baby, the special teams ain't playing that on a high level. I'm happy, to be honest, because now we can get you can, let's hope. Hey, by the way, Robert, if you're watching this,
Which one?
the craft, not the one Kelly. Well, I'm not gonna say. Robert, please have someone else make the choice for the quarterback. Because I don't trust Bill when it comes to offense. He can draft very good defensive players. The way he analyzes offense isn't working. So have someone else do the analysis and choose the quarterback. Someone who has a knowledge of how quarterbacks should work,
Yeah.
not how to defend them. Now maybe we can start winning again. We need this.
It's
By
not.
the way,
It's not that.
subconsciously,
It.
I always knew that Mac wasn't gonna be the guy. You know
Subconsciously.
how I know? Subconsciously, I didn't. I knew he wasn't going to be the guy. I didn't buy
But
a Mac jersey after him being drafted. I have
nope.
a Mac Judon jersey
Yeah.
who joined the team almost simultaneously as Mac.
Yeah. Is he still
And
injured?
Judon, yeah,
Yeah.
he's injured.
Yeah.
He's gonna be back next season, I think, or maybe end of this season. But I don't think they should rush him. Keep losing, guys. I just watch games to confirm that they are losing, that they are tanking. Because I don't want to be choosing again the third string quarterback. That quarterback room or that quarterback draft is crazy. You have Zach Wilson, bum. You have Mac Jones, bum. You have Justin Fields, bum. All bums. The only one who's playing at any level is Trevor Lawrence. Justin Fields is just, I don't know. He's just also he's a running back that cannot throw. He's worse because he runs like Cam Newton, but throws like anyway.
Yeah.
Throws like
Well,
me.
I don't know if it's what's. I think development plays a role,
It
but it
plays
just
a
goes to
role,
show you
man.
that you don't. It doesn't transition automatically.
It's
I
crazy.
mean,
The game in college is so different that it doesn't transition.
yeah.
RJ, and this is really the last thing I want to say. The crazy thing is, with all these changes they've made in the NFL to make it easier for the offense to score, right? Everything is a PI these days, even if it's not a PI.
Mhm.
We last game, sorry, against the Colts, the Pats got a PI. So on the offense, the Pats got a PI. I didn't even understand how they gave Colts the PI for on the defensive side. I was like, dude, it's just a football play. Even Rich Eisen said it. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is with all these changes where the offense is in advantage, the scoring is the lowest in years. That tells you about the quarterback play and the choices in gameplay the OCs are putting together. Everyone is running the same playbook.
Yeah.
Easy to defend. Anyway, let's talk about defense because Bailey, well, the defense, his defense failed.
The defense. Yeah. No, man, Big Baby. I read a story of him because there's a. It's not like a suspicion. There's a verdict against him,
Yeah,
and he's been found guilty of scamming the NBA, if I'm not mistaken.
convicted. Yeah, for 5 million illicit funds. He
Yeah.
tried to defraud the NBA healthcare plan for 5 million.
Yeah. Well, there was a video of him. Do you remember the video of him on the private jet? You don't know it? Yeah, you know all these ratchet things. Let me check.
Let me see. Let me see. Big baby private jet.
When I saw, because to me, I knew him as
Oh,
a
with him eating the chicken.
yeah,
That one.
yeah.
Let me.
Can you share it?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And
Fair
and then,
use.
and
Fair
then
use.
before you share it, just like KR, remember that this guy on the Celtics was like a funny guy. Like
He was the he
he's a
was
part of the key.
the black version of White Mamba.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
All hype,
my
all
white
hype,
mamba was less, I think.
all hype, no play.
In his case, there wasn't any hype, but he was like let's say a
Yeah,
beloved team member. But yeah, can you share it?
I'm sharing it now. Let me see. Can you hear it?
No.
Let me see again.
My day in court.
Is this? Wait a second. Give me a second. Wait a second. I already heard the word. This is my day in court. Is he going to court?
Let me see. I don't remember. I don't recall.
Wait, yo, this is crazy. Fair use. Fair use.
It's your boy, Big Baby, man. Don't believe all that shit on the internet. I will have my day in court. They just mad because a black man got money, man. Just trying to keep a black man down, man. Hey, man, shout out Rollo, man. All those people, man, getting money, man. My shit legal, man. A lot of jump shots. A whole lot of jump shots.
Wait a second. I'm trying to process this. Where is my mouse? Where is my mouse?
That's crazy.
Wait a second. Wait a minute. So he's flying private. Oh, he's also showing the
The money.
money, but look what is there. The ring.
Oh yeah. I didn't see that.
I'm just seeing now because I paused it. But that's crazy, man. You're flexing like this on the way to court. You gotta be very RJ as a lawyer. Maybe you can chime in onto this.
Yeah.
What do you think if your client does this on his way to trial?
But he wasn't on his way to trial.
Well, maybe it wasn't.
Because he said, don't believe all the hype. I'll have my day in court. Because this was a video of a long time ago.
Yes, 2000. He was arrested in 2018. Oh, wait a second. This was another case. Well, this dude has been. Wait, let me read this. Former NBA player Glen Baby Davis was arrested in February 2018 after police say they found cash around 1/4 of a pound of the Mary J. in Maryland hotel room he was occupying. Davis, a key role player in 2008 Boston Celtics championship, allowed police to search his room after owner of the hotel smelled the weed. The Baltimore WMAR reports. So this is another case. This dude has been in and out of court. And now he's trying to do the PPP loan on the NBA. He's trying to pull a PPP loan on the NBA.
Yeah.
Hey, imagine he was getting charged for healthcare fraud, wire fraud, conspiracy to commit false statements, healthcare fraud, and wire fraud again. Glenn, look at me. Look at me, Glenn. Time to change that nickname. It's time to change that nickname. You don't want to be known as Big Baby in jail.
In prison. Is that
In
he's going
prison.
to?
Yeah, he's going to prison. Please don't go there with your nickname as Big Baby. Ninjas will try you. If you get yourself in a room with a Fleece Johnson ass dude, better fight. Fight for your life.
I would argue that you didn't. That you when you said Fleece Johnson, you didn't. The you said Fleece Johnson as dude, but I would argue that the as was implied in the Fleece Johnson. Anyway,
Hey yo, by the way, talking about fleece. Let's not talk about fleece. I saw a video of him.
yeah,
That's crazy. This dude, they might have to lock him up again. The
yeah.
crazy stuff he talks, dude. I'm not gonna say it on here. But hey, Big Baby, man, Big Baby is out here trying to scam the NBA, and that's something that will never work. Even the Filipino people are getting locked
Yeah.
up one by one now.
I saw that even a mayor got. Oh man, I mean we don't do politics here, but there are some crazy stories about mayors
Are you
in
talking about?
different. What?
Are you talking about the city girl mayor?
No, that's a different. That's a Dalton mayor, I think. You have the city girl mayor.
Hey, shout out to Pink Book Lessons.
You
She
have the
has great breakdowns of these stories.
you have the city. You have the city girl mayor. You have the PPP mayor in right outside of Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a lot of these mayors doing like weird Chicago mayor. I mean, no. In any case, the I think that aside from Big Baby, Bynum also got Will Bynum that used to play the center that used to play for the Lakers.
Yeah.
Also got some. Did he get? Is there a case against him or is there a verdict against him?
So this is what they're saying. 18 NBA veterans were named in the indictment.
Mm.
Allen Anderson, Anthony Allen, Sharon Brown, William Bynum, Ronald Glenn Davis, Christopher Douglas Roberts, Melvin Ally, Jamario Moon, Darius Miles, Milton Palacio, Ruben Patterson, Eddie Robinson, Gregory Smith, Sebastian Telfair.
Mm.
Oh, you know him.
I know a couple. I know a couple of them, but I was waiting like a.
Charles Watson Jr.,
Yeah.
Antoine Wright, Anthony Wharton.
A lot of those people aren't
Oh.
really like.
And Desiree Allen, wife of Anthony Allen. How the wife get involved? Dude, what the heck are you guys doing?
Probably because there's you can get your family also covered.
Oh, now the wife is also gonna do jail time. You better start snitching for your wife.
I seen her do it.
In August, by the way, RJ, I don't know if you know this guy. I'm not an NBA guy. You're more of an NBA guy than me. Terrence Williams,
Yeah.
former first-round pick,
Mm-hmm.
was sentenced to 10 years in prison for his role in the scheme as well. Was
10
sentenced to
years.
10 years because in New York, healthcare fraud is punishable for up to 10 years,
Wow.
and
Okay.
wire fraud up to 20 years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
Two
makes
other
sense. Yeah, continue.
two other players was also involved in that scheme. They got smaller sentences. Allen Anderson, and Keon Dooling.
Uh-huh.
But this is crazy, right? I mean, the thing is, and this happened in 2021, so it's right after Uncle Vit. I said this is the NBA PPP loan scheme.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
People mismanage their money. I mean, basketball players, athletes make a lot of money. They don't manage the money correctly, and then they end up in this situation.
Yeah. So basically the Big Baby was the biggest name
He's the biggest name, yeah. Apparently, uh,
because they're all role players. So we're not talking about superstars. And to
yes.
be honest, if a superstar if a superstar is doing these type of scams, then he's got a gambling problem because you
Or
shouldn't.
or a pew pew brandishing problem.
Yeah, 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 yeah. In any case, the money management and it's always I really believe in getting your money, so putting in the work to get your money. And what we always some people say, how can someone that's earning $1 million lose that money so fast? The person that's living $1 million has access to $1 million um, facilities and possibilities. A person that's earning $10 million has access to 10 times as much. So there are tiers to all of this, and the best thing to do would be to, I mean, it's not like they give the money, stay living with their living, keep driving the car they're driving. Not there are exceptions, of course, but oftentimes, especially if you haven't had anything in your life, when you get that money, you don't know what to do with it, and it seems like an exorbitant amount of money, and you might get the feeling that it's forever money. It's not gonna be like that. Not always, especially if you don't put in the investments and try to save the money for rainy days. Because if an average NBA player, I don't know what's the average that an NBA player stays in. I would argue like 5 years or something.
Five to
The
10 years,
average,
I think. 5 to 10 years max.
yeah,
If,
5 to 10.
if NFL is 5, I
Yeah,
think it's
then it's 10. Then it's I think 10. Then I say 10, 8 to 10. Yeah. So let's take 10 years on average, and you enter in the league when you're 20. Usually they retire around
30.
32, 33. Yeah,
30 years, man.
depending on good they are, of course.
Mhm.
But let's say you retire at your 30s. That means, and assuming you live up to your 80s, that's like 50 years, 47 years. So that money needs to go 47, and some of them try to transition into broadcasting, but not all of them can. Some of them will try to transition into other ventures, but not all of them will be successful. So if you need to resort to, if you don't manage your money well, you find yourself in a position where these types of scams become, let's say, more appealing. Because if you have the money, you're not going to do it.
Why risk it?
Right? For 5 million, you've earned 5 million you've earned way more than 5 million. Why risk it?
You have a family to feed. If you're locked up, you don't have the money. I mean, you cannot feed them anymore, right? So you have
No.
to. I think, I think I do agree with you. By the way, RJ. But I think that it's easier said than done. Because I truly believe if you're a bum at 10,000, if you're a bum at 3,000, I'm gonna start at 3, and I go at 10, at 100K. a 200K, half a million, 10 million, you will still, even if when you start low as a bum with a bum mentality, you will get continue that bum mentality. It's not out of a sudden he gets money and he elevates to someone that's knowledgeable about finances. So it starts early on. And I think a lot of times, and I mean, people grow up in certain situations where money management dysfunctionality is like every day. Mom is overspending, dad is working his butt off trying to get the money together. No one is teaching the kid that you shouldn't pay $600 for a brand new shoe. It's that's how it starts. Overspending.
Yeah.
Mom, when you get the money, mom is asking to hold her down. You gotta hold 10,000 people down, the whole family tree.
The so-called black tax.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, it's a
That's what
black
they call it. That's what they call it, the black
it's a
tax.
black tax.
Because when you get the money, you're expected to not spend it on yourself, but you're expected to help your community, help your family,
No, no,
all the
no.
uncles,
Rephrase
all
that.
the
Rephrase that. Rephrase that.
what?
You're
How?
expected to help bums with a capital B. Bums. And you shouldn't hold out bums. They had a chance. Your cousin is coming out with a business plan. The dude hasn't had a single win in his life. Now he expects you to invest 100K into his business.
So I would argue. So I would argue this: if you have a mom or a dad that were there throughout your whole trajectory, pushing you, bringing you to games, sacrificing with the little money they had for you to go to camp and things like that, then I can imagine that when you get there, you say, you know what, mom, dad, thank you. I'm not telling you, depending on how much you get, you don't need to tell them you don't need to work a day in your life anymore. But you can just tell them, hey, if you have that money, you can do it. But you can also say, here's a house, a nicer house, a nicer car for you to and enjoy it.
Wh-
But when I do agree with you that everyone else, even your siblings, even your uncles, if the people weren't there for you, you don't owe them anything. If you want to give them something, make sure you're right first. But you know how people are here. They come with a business plan. I had this girl once. She she was someone I met when I was abroad,
Mm,
and she was like a very. We were like abroad, a couple of friends. They were a couple of friends, so it was really like a very nice conversation,
yeah.
and we stayed in touch because uh, she's a nice, cool person.
Mhm.
And usually we used to talk at least about, how things are going. I had the way
Business.
my business was running, my law firm, and she had her own venture. She's a marketeer and she travels, etc. So I was like, okay, cool. And all the talks were like inspirational, and we maybe talk like once every 4 months or something. It wasn't like
Mm.
that. Okay. Then one day she called me and she said, "Yo,
Got enough.
how are you?" I'm like, "I'm good. Yeah. How about you?" "Good, man. I'm good. Very excited. Excited. Why? Why are you excited?" You won't believe it, but I have I've been working on a project myself, a new project. I say, "Yeah, new project, not your marketing. No, a new project." "What's the project?" "There's this fruit, a juice,
Mm.
new kind of juice, like a from a fruit that is very it's a very tasty fruit. It's a very um, exotic fruit, and they make juice out of it. And it's very popular in Brazil, but I want to market it and sell it in other areas of the Caribbean, Latin America, and the United States. It seemed like I know her. I don't know her finances, but she, she didn't. She never came across as someone that had the finances to push products to so many markets, especially simultaneously, and nor that someone that has that type of connections. But I haven't spoken to her at that time in like 3 years, so or at least I didn't. We 3 years apart. Maybe her situation changed.
Maybe she met the prince on the white horse with the
I said,
connect.
but I said okay because at that point, we were both sharing. As an entrepreneur, you like to share you like
You
to talk to
do.
other entrepreneurs so you can inspire each other. So I was like, okay, interesting, interesting. Tell me more. She was telling me, and she was so excited, Kara. And I was still naive, so I was like, okay, cool, man. So when are you gonna start shipping? She said, that's the thing. That's what I was calling you about. I said, damn it. She said, yeah, it's a trap. She said, yeah, I'm looking for finance, someone to help finance the project.
Mm.
I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, I'm looking for the same. It's like, I'm looking for the same thing. I mean, I'm building a law firm here. I'm building a law firm. I don't take loans. So I'm building it from scratch. I'm
Mm.
investing in systems. I'm investing in people. I'm investing for the future. You actually have you been listening to have you been listening to what I've been saying the last couple of 3 years?
Oh, maybe she thought. So she has been listening. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. She
Yeah.
has been listening. Maybe she thought RJ has money. He doesn't take loans. He might be off.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
Maybe he has that kind of money.
Well, I have that kind of blood somewhere down the bloodline, somewhere down the bloodline.
But the
But
money was strictly down all over instead of. But continue, man.
I think 3 or 4 generations ago, 4 generations ago, I have that bloodline. I have that. But and so when she started talking, I was like put in a very uncomfortable situation
Yeah.
because I couldn't I couldn't.
Mm.
And for those of you thinking of doing it now, I can't either now. So let's get that out of the way to avoid some awkward conversation.
Don't
But
call me for money. You- oh my god.
but I told you know what I told her?
Mm.
I said, okay, interesting. Give me a business plan. She said, yeah, I will because this is, and she continued talking, and I was like, yeah, okay, but give me the business plan. It's been 4 years.
Mm.
Her business that she was working on is growing. So not what she was already doing, the marketing, she's growing, she's
Mm.
traveling. I'm grateful. I'm happy to see her. Because I want to see people win,
Yeah.
but I'm not seeing anything about any juice company. And I didn't receive a business plan till this day.
Yeah.
So I think that if I had sent over some money and we didn't even start talking, I didn't even want to hear what you wanted as it relates to the amount. Send me the business plan first. And
You would have been.
when when she didn't, I was like, no, that's it was a good choice. It was a good choice.
If you had sent them money, you would have been a subject of double touch.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. You gotta always ask for the business plan and not only business plan but a proof of concept. At least proof of concept.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the minimum. I mean, business plans change, so I do think you have to have the building blocks. You will have to be able to present the building blocks of the company, and also proof of everything you've proof of concept basically. And if you don't have that, it's just a assumption what you're going to invest in.
Yeah.
And
You know what
first of all, an assumption without that will be run by someone without a proven record of running companies.
Yeah.
That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah. So I know KR a person,
Mhm.
a woman. She is married. She's living way she has the typical consumer mindset.
Oh,
Buying, I'm selling, of buying. And when her husband, every time her husband tries to do something like that, she tells her, no, 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 you can't do that. I spend already. You can spend too, or else we'll be broke.
mm.
In other words, you earn, I spend. This lady was talking. We were like at a dinner and with a couple of friends, and this lady started talking about, I have this idea about how you can exploit, you can create like a business center. Well, exploit is different. It means that is in English, it's different than in other languages, because in English it's like,
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm trying to understand where you're going with this.
yeah.
But okay, I know what you're trying to say.
She wanted to share like a business model, business plan, etc., etc. I said, okay, how much is a start capital? She said, to start we need 3 million. I know that she doesn't have. I don't know what she has, but
Mhm.
she doesn't have 1 million. I said, okay, that's very good. How do you plan on executing it? Because at the end of the day, it comes down to execution.
Mhm.
She said, we're preparing a business plan to go to the bank now. I said, okay, how much do you and your business partners have? No, we're gonna look for 100% loan.
Wait, what? What? Yo, what? Hey, hey, KR just left the room. Yo, what? 100%? Hey, you better be able to
And this is someone that can't manage money.
100%. But the banks don't know that, right? Well, at least
The banks are not gonna take a chance on it.
they're not gonna take a chance on 100%. If you
Not even a car loan, man.
Yo, this is crazy. 100%.
But it just goes to show you how people think. And the thing is, when people get that type of money, and then we can close the NBA topic. When people, because that's what happened in these cases as well. The people get the type of money, they don't know how to use it.
No.
They mismanage it. They spend it on dumb things like private jets
Cars.
without. Yeah, probably can't even write it off.
What is a write-off? That's
You know I
the
don't read. You know I don't read. Why would I write? So probably probably can write it off. And afterward, try to say, try to get the money. No, try to get the money, or at least they need to resort to these type of scams in order to keep getting money, because they don't know, they haven't developed a legitimate way to earn money.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, but yeah,
Talking talking about earning money, I think we talked about this back when we were doing combined shows at the Double Thought. Tiger Woods, he was sued by his former girlfriend of I think 3 or 4 years, and he was sued in two different cases. And we discussed that at the Double Thought show back when we were doing, like I said, the sports and
Yeah,
trending
before
topics
yeah,
together.
before we split the channel.
Yeah. Yeah, before we split the channel to give you specific, more tailored news. Um, Basically, the story is that she was alleging that, well, first of all, Tiger was the employer when he met her. She was the manager of one of his restaurants. Well, it seemed like a good come up for her because, of course, when you're gonna date a multimillionaire as a manager of a restaurant, it's a good come up until they broke up. And he had to write or sign an NDA. And in the end, there were stipulations about if they break up, how everything will be resolved. She was trying to get around the NBA by saying that he
And
arrested
they
her.
Mhm.
All kind of weirdo stuff. Earlier this year, she basically, well, the judge threw her case out and said you're not allowed to go through the legal room because in the end, yeah, it says it they would do it in a private, how do they call it? I think it's private, a private consultation between the lawyers with an intermediate, not through the usual court proceedings.
like arbitrage
Arbitrage, yeah, something like that, yeah.
or mediator or arbitrage, something like that.
Mediator, yeah, something. It was something like that. It was something in that neighborhood. Now it's been revealed that she also dropped her appeal to nullify. So that case was thrown out, and the original one where she tried to remove the NDA has also been dropped, saying that, well, this hurts your, that this will hurt her reputation, of course. She said, whatever I claimed happened never happened. So see, she was trying. Well, we talked about this, right? We said this is basically a ploy to remove the NDA in order to maybe write a book, be able to
Yeah,
tell her story.
yeah. But I think that the I think it happens a lot. I think it was a bluff as well from the get go
Yeah,
because sometimes they just bluff just to see if they can settle the case in court, get some additional money, and Tigers. I mean the things that the woman was insinuating were, of course, the usual things that as soon as you hear it, you already think that someone is guilty. It already stains the person's reputation.
yeah,
If you say someone has harassed you, has acted inappropriately, those things aren't those things will get you a stamp before there's any court case, etc. What you need to at this point, Care, I'm thinking this is just something that you need to if you are a superstar or you earn a lot of money, you need to have your settlement reserve. Because if you want to enter into any romantic relationship with anybody, you need to have this because you never know what someone will do after the dust has settled.
Yes, yeah, I
Because
do agree with you.
as Chris Rock said in one of his specials, men don't want to go back sexually, women don't want to go back in lifestyle. And if you're living in a $40 million home, j- uh,
You're going back to the barrio.
you go back, even even to you go back, quote unquote, and go live in $1 million home with a big garden. I mean, if you see $1 million home in New York, will get you an apartment. But $1 million home, $1 million in
Miami.
Miami, Texas, or the- Ohio. I mean, these are places where you can get
And don't
big. You can
yes.
get
But you're
big.
starting to move places where no one wants to live. But let's keep
I
it
mean,
with
where
Miami.
does Kanye where does Kanye has his house? His
Wyoming.
farm,
Well,
Wyoming.
his farm is in Wyoming.
As far as I mean, you can get I mean, plots of land, but it's not. It's never gonna be that $40 million experience,
Mm.
because that $40 million house comes with housekeeping, gardeners, a cook, at least a cook, at least one. Probably it's like a whole staff. They're gonna try to get the hey, KR. they- They're going to they're going to invoke a clawback.
Yo, yo. Oh my god.
They're going to invoke a clawback.
I gave you my body. I want something in return. Not when I'm with you. After.
Yeah, I'm going to invoke a
Bubble.
claw.
Bubble.
You know,
Oh, God.
it's
Double dipping. You're
it's
they are so she was basically you're trying to double dip if you do that, because during the relationship you are living that lavish life, and
yeah.
after you want to go again and repeat it, but then without the person. You're trying to double dip, and that
Yeah.
doesn't always work.
Mm.
But I do agree with you. You always, I would call it not a settlement package. I would call it a care package.
A care package.
If you break up, you give them some change. I mean, you gotta break her off something,
Yeah.
because you know how, like you said, when someone, and it's not tricking. It's not tricking. It's people will say it's tricking. How can I say this? The monkey is never free. The monkey can put another animal there. The monkey is never free. And you cannot, you will see that with and we're gonna talk about this at a double talk show later today with Cassie and P. Diddy. P. Diddy
Mhm.
thought he could get the monkey for free and discard of the monkey for free. And now he had to settle. Make sure you have a care package. You don't pay her for the
Well,
monkey. You pay her to leave.
well, I will say is this, because I think the way you're, because we'll talk about it on a double touch show. The way you talk about it is very overly simplified. If you can't, if I mean to compare
You got a simple.
if you come to compare the Tiger Woods story and the P Diddy story, and what we're going to talk about is like comparing apples and spaceships.
No, not really.
Like,
Because
no, no,
how? Okay, continue,
no,
continue.
because I'm just saying, in the case of Tiger Woods, it was obviously, well, not obviously, but it was very clear what was going on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had a chance to look at the petition, so the filing by
Of
Cassie.
Cassie? Let's talk about this during the.
So no, I
the
know we're
discussion.
going. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if you have a chance to look at it.
I looked at a couple of things.
Okay, well, let me put it like this: they did settle, but it was very detailed and specific. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna talk about it later on the Double Thought
Yeah,
Show.
but I'm gonna bring it back to
The care
Tiger.
package.
Tiger and
Yeah.
his care package. You know what got him hemmed up the first time around with the 60 women in every state?
What?
No care package. They were asking him to pay a bill of $500. He refused to pay. And then he had to pay his wife
Yeah.
half a billion. That's an L.
Yeah.
That's an L. You have to have a care package. That's all I'm trying to say. And
Yeah.
she
Okay.
probably got her care package. I'm pretty sure she got a care package.
Of
That's what
course.
Cassie wanted. Just a
But
care.
so yeah, but no. So that's where that's what I'm pushing back on. Maybe she did want a care package, but that doesn't mean that what was written in the petition was false. Because there's a difference. That's a difference. But let's talk about it on Double Touch
Yeah.
Show.
Let's wrap
In
this
this case,
show up so you guys can
yeah,
go
let's
check the other show.
yeah. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Remember to share your thoughts and opinions with us. Let us know what you think about the topics we discussed. If you have any feedback, also let us know. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Hit the notification bell after you've subscribed to the channel because we need you to subscribe to this channel as well. This is not the Double Touch Show. This is the Expected Game Plan channel where we discuss trending sports topics. So be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And don't forget to share the video with your friends, family, and your enemies as well. Come check us out at the Double Thought Show, where we will discuss the Tiger Woods, the
Cassie.
P Diddy Cassie story, and the Will Smith story, amongst other things. So,
That's
hey, we'll see you on the Double Thought Show. It's been a pleasure to serve you once more. Until next time, peace.
Shout out to Dion. Keep taking L's or not.
Come on, man.